Hi everybody, this is Renata from Nova Voices, and today my guest is Beth Silverbirch, who 20 years ago, together with her partner, decided to create a community that lives off the land. And 20 years later, they're still here and they are strong as ever. I wanted to ask Beth a few questions. What was the hardest thing in this process of creation, that wonderful community and living off the grid?
Yeah, I guess it's twofold really, because we created the project with other people as well. Inevitably, where there are other people to navigate, then conflict arises. So, and we were living very closely on top of one another as well, and sharing actually what was a very intense lifestyle. So right at the beginning, when we first moved here, we started off living in normal camping tents, and then from there we progressed into yurts and geodomes. And we had an outdoor kitchen, which was really basic and simple. We started with a fire pit, and then we had a fire pit and a sink, and then we had a little tarpaulin over the top of that, and then we had a cupboard, and it just gradually grew, but for the whole time it was certainly very outdoors. We did end up with a bigger space, but it just had a tarpaulin roof and tarpaulin sides. So we were there in all weathers. I can recall times where we're cooking and snow is blowing in onto the cooking, or you'd go to do the washing up, and you put the plates in the bowl, and the water just would go cold so quickly because the plates were freezing cold. So there were many things that made it difficult. We don't have mains electricity. We're more dependent now on wind energy and solar panels, but back then it was much more limited. So at times our physical situation was quite stressful. A lot of effort was put into survival, keeping warm, collecting water,
Yes.
sorting out the firewood, navigating the mud, because we hadn't put tracks in. So there was plenty of mud, and we had little children. 2 of them were born here, and so just trying to get from one end of the land to the other and into the car without the children being completely caked in mud, that was an effort. So and we couldn't have done it without each other. We're 2 families, If we were doing it in isolation, just us as a family, I think we would have felt like we were insane. I think probably we were slightly insane to live like that. But having one another to support each other really
Made a difference.
It made a huge difference. That there was this shared reality. We were all in it together, and at the same time we knew that as the months, days, years progressed, we made life more and more easy. So now we find ourselves with a beautiful straw bale house that's well insulated. We have electric lights, and we have taps and running water from our spring and from rainwater. So progressively it became easier and easier. And along the way, because it was so physically difficult at times, and because we're navigating all of our needs, the 4 adults, the 4 children, then at times a lot of conflict happened. And it was at times really difficult, as well as really wonderful and celebratory as well. And so I think that was hard too. And along the way, we've learnt so much about how to be in relationship with one another, how to navigate all our different needs and our different strategies for meeting needs, and how to stay in conflict rather than want to disappear off and walk away, to actually stay with it and work it out together. So
right. What was the easiest thing?
the easiest, well,
in that whole dream of creating.
Yeah, I think the easiest thing, and I'm looking outside now at the beautiful landscape and the nature, is exactly that. And especially, you know, when the weather is as it is now, beautiful and warm and sunny, being in nature, is certainly one of the reasons why we all chose to live this way, to work and be with the land and everything that is alive here, and the mystery that's here as well. So yeah, just this morning picking elderflowers to dry, picking mint to dry, being with the birds, the creatures.
Wonderful.
Yeah, having that sort of spaciousness to be in nature.
And what has this experience changed you as a person when you look in this last 20 years? Were you then a different person than you are now, or has this experience shaped you in any way?
Yes, undoubtedly it will have done.
Would you do anything different?
I don't know if I would do anything differently. I can hear there's a voice there that says, if we had had money, we would have been able to buy land with buildings already on it, and life would have been easier. But we didn't have access to that money, so we did it the way we have done it. If I was to do it all again now, from where I am now, I would absolutely want to have money to enable us to be comfortable in houses and homes from the start. But actually, I don't know if I would change any of it, you know, because it's totally, as you say, shaped and made us who we are now. Even though at times there was a lot of hardship and difficulty, it's enabled growth and learning.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't think I would have changed any of it.
Thank you very much for sharing, and I hope that this story will inspire other people and help you on your journey. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye for now.